Okay, this video is going to be about graphing quadratic inequalities. This is going to be a lot like graphing quadratic functions, and also a little bit like, if you remember, graphing absolute value inequalities. It's going to be kind of like both of those. So we're going to start, just like with the quadratic functions, we'll start with finding the vertex. In this case, it's -3, -4, which means my axis of symmetry is at x equals -3. So, -3, -4, there's my vertex. Here's my axis of symmetry. If I want to get one more point to the right, I'll go one to the right to x equals -2. My y value will be -2 plus 3 squared minus 4, which is 1 minus 4 is -3. So that means there's a point at -2, -3. Alright, so -2, -3, that's right here. Axis of symmetry tells me that there's another point on the other side. Okay, so I've got my points. Now before I go to graph this, I want to look, just like we did with the absolute value inequalities, I want to look at the symbol that I've got here, this inequality symbol. It's greater than or equal to, so I'll have that means solid line, because it's or equal to means that I'm going to include the line that I draw here. So my graph looks something like this. Right, there's my parabola, but its y is greater than or equal to this, so it actually includes everything above that parabola. So it's going to look really like this. All the points in this area here are solutions to this. Every point in here, the y value is greater than or equal to the x value plus 3 squared minus 4. Let's look at another one. Alright, so got my vertex. We'll find the vertex first. The vertex is going to be at 2, 1. And the axis of symmetry then will be at x equals 2. So 2, 1. Axis of symmetry right here. Okay, I'll go 1 to the right, which would put me at x equals 3. Get another point. The y value is going to be 3 minus 2 squared plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, so it's going to be 2. So my point is going to be 3, 2. So that's right here. Axis of symmetry tells me that there's going to be another point right on the other side, right there. Now look at this. Before I start drawing my parabola, I'm going to look at this and say, oh, it's just less than, not less than or equal to. So I'm going to make this a dotted line parabola. Okay, which might be too much for me artistically, but there you go. It looks like that. And it says less than, so that means everything below. So everything down here. And it looks something like this. Alright, so there's my graph. Everything below that parabola. Let's try another one. Was fun, wasn't it? Okay, vertex is going to be at -4, -1. Axis of symmetry is at x equals -4. So let's see, -4, -1. Axis of symmetry goes right through here. And we'll go 1 to the right to find one more point. So it's x equals -3. So my y value there would be -3 plus 4 squared minus 1. So -1 minus 1 is -2. So I've got a point at -3, -2. Where's that? -3, -2 right there. Which means I'm going to have another point on the other side of the axis of symmetry right there. Okay. Now, look at my symbol. My symbol is, there's no equal to there, there's just greater than, so this means a dotted line. Right? So I'll draw a dotted line parabola. Like that. Everything greater than that, so it's going to be everything up here And it looks something like that. That's just beautiful, isn't it? Okay, we'll do one more because that was so much fun. All right, vertex. My vertex is going to be at +1, -2. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 1. So 1, -2, there's that. Here's my axis of symmetry. Go 1 to the right. All right, let's do that. And that's going to be at x equals 0. So y is going to be 2 times 0 minus 1 squared minus 2. So that's 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So there's a point at 0, 0. I feel like I did that wrong. Oh, I know, because I went to the left. Oh, well, that'll work too. Either way. So that would be 0, 0, and then there's another point on the other side of the axis of symmetry. It's right there. Hey, why not? We can do it that way too. Okay. Before we draw our line, we've got to see this is less than or equal to, so that means we're going to have a solid line. So when we draw the parabola, we'll draw a solid line parabola, which is good because I'm much better at doing those. Okay, and then we want everything less than or equal to, so that's going to be everything down here. And looks kind of like that. And there we go. So something like that. Okay? So that's how you do it. That's how you graph absolute value inequalities.